Now, I know I'm a little bit late to this news story. However, Armand Laurienté, I think that's how you say his name, has not joined Sunderland. And that in itself is not really a massive news story. However, I do want to call out he would have potentially been a fantastic signing for our club. I'm not overly concerned that he didn't join us for a couple of reasons. He would have been around 20 to 25 million pound, which again, you've just got to be cautious with that value of money, that you're not throwing all of your eggs into unreliable baskets, forgive the metaphor, but I hope you understand. We do have a player that has now gone for surgery in that left wing position under Romain Mundle, and speedy recovery, Romain. Hopefully you're back within the guideline of 12 to 6 months, 12 weeks to 6 months, and hopefully we see you back on the left wing in the Premier League, because quite frankly that's where you deserve to be playing. But also on that, with our current recruitment, we have spent a lot of money on wingers. We already have, and if he was, as in Armand was looking to get first team football guaranteed in that 20 plus million pound move, it wasn't going to happen with us. So in that, I understand why that deal might have fell through. If he was like, I'm worth this much, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. It's not a guarantee. We've got really good, strong competition in those positions where he's not pretty much. He might be a rotation player, he might be a first team player, and somebody else comes in every other game. But I think if he wanted 38 games in the Premier League, he wasn't going to get that this season. Now, also, I will add with the caveat: this, if you were looking on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and the forums, was a done deal. It was guaranteed. There's other Sunderland YouTubers that have basically said he's set to sign, he's here already, and this is why we're excited about him. But I don't personally jump the gun, because I understand that when it comes from the likes of Fabrizio Romano, Sky Sports Keith, people like that, it is more to gauge that interest from the fan base to see how that player would react, or how we would react to that player. And I wish they did that. I really wish the club did that kind of thing with the signing of Michael Beale as our manager at one point, but that's by the by. We've just got to take with a pinch of salt that these journalists are there to create interest, to create news articles, to generate revenue for themselves and their publishing party. So just from my personal perspective, I always either wait for that teased scarf photo or an official announcement from the club itself, because you get too heavily invested in somebody who's on the rumour mill. And a good example of that right now is Granit Xhaka. Now, when he was playing in the Premier League, he was fantastic. He was probably one of the best free kick takers I've seen in a very long time. But is he still like that today? He is on the more mature side. Does he fit into our current squad? Those kind of questions happen with every single signing that we could bring in. And I've got to just not, again, overly invest in people who might never come to us. So I just like to know who our players actually are at that standpoint. So that's what you'll mainly hear from me and on this channel: players who have signed, who are officially ours, and a little bit of feedback and reaction to those guys coming in, rather than everybody that we've missed out on, because quite frankly we've missed out on a lot of players over the last couple of years, and to be fair, it doesn't really matter, we're Premier League again, right? So yeah, just bear all of that in mind, and if you could, obviously let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I do always react and comment in response to everyone that I see, so let's have a healthy discussion. Let me know your thoughts of our recruitment strategy, and if you're like me, thinking we do need to solidify a little bit more up at the back. But other than that, thank you very much. See you on the next one. Bye.